funky.
Hi guys, and welcome to Hugh Power Panda. Just like any month, last month I tried and tested many new things. I feel like I got a bunch of great recommendations for you guys. So we're gonna start with my favorite thing of May 2016. Wool, which is a novel written by Hugh, Howey. Wool is a science fiction story that plays sometime in the future, and it's about a society that lives in a large silo under the ground because the outside world has been contaminated by some events in the past. This silo is completely self-sufficient. The people in there live by certain rules that have been passed down from generation to generation. Whoever does not follow the rules is sent to cleaning. Cleaning is basically when you're sent outside of the silo to the top and you have to clean the sensors of the cameras that are on the outside. Over time, there's a lot of grime and dust that builds up on these sensors, so somebody has to go and clean it. Those who are sent outside can never return, which basically means they're left out there to die. At first, the story kind of focuses on different characters, but eventually it all comes down to one main character. The main plot I obviously don't want to give away, but it's basically a lot about the lies and intrigues and the past of these people that live in the silo. One of the reasons why I'm recommending this book to you guys is definitely because it's a wonderfully detailed story. There is so much information about how these people live. It's actually funny because I told Matthias the story of the book. He was asking me questions about it, and then later he said it's amazing how I can actually answer every single question despite this being a totally fictional story. What I also really like about it is the fact that the chapters are super short. Most chapters end with a cliffhanger, so it's always exciting to keep on reading. I definitely recommend this book to anyone who first off loves reading, who loves reading science fiction novels. Also, those of you that loved The Martian, which I did. I just think this story is perfect for being made into a movie. I'm just waiting for somebody in Hollywood to do it. My next recommendation is for all the vegans out there and for all the people who like trying new foods. I actually noticed that more and more supermarkets in Germany are expanding their range of vegan products and that vegan ice cream is no longer an uncommon thing. So I figured that the Rewe also must have some sort of vegan ice cream. I just had to dig to the very bottom of the ice cream shelf to find it. But there it was, vegan ice cream made from soy milk, and I have to say it's the most delicious ice cream I have ever tried. Maybe my memory is a little messed up, but in my opinion this definitely tastes just like any other ice cream, and the best part about it is probably that it's so cheap. For a little bucket you only pay €2.49. That is really cheap. A while ago I received a comment I could simply skip fabric softener when I do my laundry and just use vinegar. I had never heard of this before. I discovered that you can basically use vinegar for everything in the household. The reason to do this is of course because it does not harm the environment. Vinegar is basically edible, so it doesn't harm you either. Apparently it kills 99.9% of all bacteria. Why buy the expensive and harmful cleaners from the drugstore when I can just simply make my own at home? I have been trying different things with it already, but the one thing I can recommend you guys today is to make an all-purpose cleaner for the kitchen and bathroom. For this, I simply mix 3 parts of water with 1 part of the vinegar. I add a little bit of tea tree oil. I'd say it works just as good as any other cleaner. My next recommendation for you guys is the movie Buried. This is a Spanish horror thriller by the director Rodrigo Cortés, and it is with Ryan Reynolds. Many of you know this movie and have seen it because it's a very recent one, and it was also very popular at the time when it came out. In the movie, Ryan Reynolds plays a civilian truck driver who works in Iraq, and he, for some reason, wakes up buried alive in a wooden coffin under the ground. That is the story. That is the only setting the movie plays in. There's only one actor. There are no scenes of the outside world, nothing. How is it possible to make a 1.5-hour movie of one guy in one wooden box, and that is it. This movie proves that it's possible. It's just so different from what we're usually presented from filmmakers. I definitely hope that other filmmakers take this movie as a motivation to try something new and to try something that has never been done before. This movie proves that you can do it and that you can have success with it. I'm not gonna go into detail about the storyline because I would end up spoiling a lot, but what I can tell you is the fact that there are a lot of plot twists and they make the movie really exciting. And if you're wondering how you can have a plot twist in a wooden box under the ground with one actor, just watch. My next recommendation is a study, and it's about how you can easily increase your productivity by 46%. In this study, they discovered that when you spend part of your working time standing, you can actually increase your productivity. Ideally, you would have a stand-capable desk for this. I just simply took my laptop and put it on the kitchen counter or on the windowsill. Just by doing this, I could really see an increase in my productivity. I was doing my work so much faster, but according to the study, you don't really see the effect of this right away. It usually takes around a month for the body to just get used to the different posture. I figure I was just so much more productive because I didn't really find it very comfortable to be standing and writing at the same time. So I guess I was kind of just speeding up the whole thing so I could finally sit down again. Either way, it worked, and I'm definitely gonna keep doing it. According to the study, it's enough if you spend 1.6 hours per day standing and the rest sitting, and that should already do the trick. And finally, I have one more food recommendation for you guys, and it's a vegan recipe that originated from my curiosity about pak choi, or bok choy as it's sometimes called. I've never tried it before. I didn't even know how to prepare it properly. I also had a can of lentils at home, and I figured that pak choi and lentils must go together somehow, and I created this super really easy and very delicious vegan meal. The best part about it is probably that it takes less than 15 minutes to prepare. That is always something I love about cooking. If you can make a really delicious and healthy, nutritious meal in just a really short amount of time, this is definitely the case with this meal. So these were all of my recommendations from the month of May. I hope there was something there for you. And as always, I want to thank you very much for watching today's video, and then I'll just see you next week in a new video. Bye guys!